criminals of the fine industry who caught the world with Russia, 51 intelligence agencies, the top from hell, and more. Wait, hold on. Are you saying that Obama and Biden and Comey and the seashells and everyone else, they created the Epstein files? Then why did you never stop talking about them? If you knew they were fake files like the Russia hoax thing that Obama and Biden created, you say you know it now, but you were already president. You already had it. So you already knew that they were fake files.
Somebody gave me a strike on my other channel. I'm fixing to go to sleep. I wasn't even gonna go live, but then I'm fucking sitting here watching fucking news, and then I look at my email and it's fucking YouTube. So hold on. I need a cigarette. Fucking crazy ass. My fucking light. Oh man. My fucking favorite lighter. Anyway, I was sitting here. Someone said, is that you, Will, from earlier? The name is Bondi, James Bondi. Funny. Come on, lighter. And it was a fucking community post on my backup channel, and I can't read it right now, and it's like, come get your girl. And I think I was talking to somebody about Mara. I don't know. Mara's those kind of people, the ones that go around striking. Look at my iPad. That cat has her on. Hey Google, turn the big light on. Hey Google, turn the big light off. Anyway, I haven't been feeling really good, and I've been kind of depressed. I called that doctor Monday for the cancer doctor, whatever, for the TGH Cancer Center, and I talked to that lady, and she's like, oh yeah, it has been a minute, and then she put me on hold, and then she's like, well, the coordinator has all your mom's information, and she's waiting to get something back from the doctor, and she verified her phone number. Anyway, they never called back. So mom's gonna call on Monday. Then I fucking take a nap today, and I walk out into the garage to get something out of the dryer, some towels, and the whole garage is flooded because the fucking water heater's broken, I guess because it's old, I don't know. So I had to like turn the breaker off, turn the water off to the hot water heater, and on Monday I have to buy a new hot water heater and have it delivered and install it. So I was like, looking, it's simple to do it. So I told mom, I was like, I'll just open a Lowe's credit card in your name and get it financed and have the contractor or whatever through Lowe's come do it. And then I Googled some YouTube videos. I was like, I'll just do it myself. Let me see what else is going on. That's it. I just haven't felt like looking at YouTube. I was on TikTok earlier, and Mark was on there or something and accidentally clicked in there and then clicked out. I need an energy drink. Who goes live around here? Like, oh, I'll go on there. Let me get something to drink. I did my counters with this faux stuff, and it literally shines just like it if you get it. It's worth the price. No one sees it but me and mom, and it looks real enough to me. Make sure I have my volume on this time, yeah. There we go. I haven't looked at YouTube since I was at Jake's, and I think that was like, looking there, how many days ago was that? that you, little kitty? Let me turn this air. It's cold as hell in here, Calico Kitty. Let's see what's going on YouTube, Calico Kitty. Know that here, I'm gonna look up where Pam Bondi lives on Spyfly. But let me tell you, back when I got arrested for that burglary and home invasion and all that stuff when I was like 18, I think Jean Paul was 17 and a half and I was like 18 and a half, something like that. That was like a legit, oh my God, you scared me. Who is that? It's Emilio. Let me close my door. Anyway, to make a long story short, all that was two young boys in a little domestic dispute. I mean, literally, it was me and him having a domestic dispute. It was literally like under 90 seconds. We were like arguing because we had spent the whole day together over there. His mom was out of town. I think she was down there in Brazil, and his stepdad owned a pawn shop in like Claremelle. Or anyway, to make a long story short, we had been around the house chilling all day, having sex, eating, just laying around. I mean, just like chilling, lounging. And we had gotten in an argument or something, and I went out to the car because he had like a Geo Storm, and I didn't have a car then, or I was over there, I didn't have access to a car. We'd come over there in his car, and we got in an argument about something, and I wasn't drinking back then, or like no drugs. Like he didn't do drugs or drink or nothing like that. I didn't even smoke pot like religiously or anything. And it was just an argument, and I had got the keys, and I had his keys to that Geostorm, and we were fighting because the way it was, you went out the door, and it was like right there where the car's parked. And I was right there in the kitchen, and me and him were fighting, and I had the keys in my hand like this, and I went to throw the key. I just threw the keys at him, and it hit his tooth, and he already had a chipped tooth there from when he was like 15, he said, and it had been capped or whatever. And so then I saw that and I freaked out, and he's like, blah, blah, blah. So I grabbed the keys off the floor and I went back outside, and then he locked the door, and I forget what I was going back in there for. It wasn't a cell phone or anything because this was like in the 90s. I didn't have a cell phone until like 98 or something. Anyway, to make a long story short, and so then I kicked the door like that because his door didn't even shut good. Like it wasn't a deadbolt or nothing. It was just like little, and it was rinky dink there. So I just like kicked it like that, and it popped right back open. And I went in, did whatever, got back, and I took off in his car, and I went and drove around or whatever, and I'd like cooled off. And so then I come back over there, and I was coming back, and see, we didn't have cell phones and all that. So you know what I mean? So I was going back to pull in the driveway, and there was his mom there, or whoever. No, it was his aunt. That's who it was. It was his aunt, because she was the one that was around there because his sister was still in school, yada, yada, yada. Make a long story short, that's all it was. And it got turned into that. And then it was like burglary of an occupied dwelling, which was home invasion. And home invasions were kind of like big back then. So they had passed all that legislation, and what was like aggravated assault. I mean, it was just it was like minimum. It was minimum 24 months in prison, or it was 30, whatever 3 years is, I think. I don't even remember. Anyway, so I went to court and all that, and Pam Bondi was the assistant prosecutor or whatever there in front of Judge Perry. And they were trying to pressure me like they were going to either go to trial. And he would already, Jean Paul, at this time, like we were like, it was like pre-trial hearings and all that. He had already told the court, look, I don't want to press none of this. We don't want to go through it, yada, yada, yada. Like he's talked to the judge. I mean, everything. And she would not let go of it. I mean, she wanted that conviction. She was trying to build up her conviction rate so she could just push further her career. And that's exactly what she did. She could look at the case and say, look, this is two young boys, both of them first time they're in love, whatever. Like they knew that he's over here signing and saying he don't want to testify. He don't want to press charges. Restitution for the door, whatever, the car had messed up, whatever it was. Grandpa had already paid it back. Like the families were back talking, like it was, me and him were still going out and back and forth and all that. And they were pressuring me that I was going to go to prison. And then Grandpa got a paid lawyer. And then I ended up getting where they worked it out where I got 5 years, but each year was a year. No, then I got the 2. No, then what they did was, that's right, this is a long time ago. They gave me the 3 years on house arrest followed by it was 2 years on house arrest followed by 3 years of probation. That way on paper, it was 5 years. So then the Grandpa got me a duplex on on 56th Street, I think it was. Anyway, and Jean Paul moved in with me, and it was a whole thing. And I was on house arrest, and he was living there. And of course, I wasn't gonna stay home on house. You know what I mean? So then when the police come and got me for violating my house arrest, he was there. We like laid in the bed. We were in there. I made the police. I was like, I'm not going to open my front door so they can take me to jail. If they're going to take me to jail tonight, they can come in that front door. They can kick it open and do that. And it was a whole thing. It took like 90 minutes to come and kick the door and to get the thing to do. And the probation officer come and they called me, took me to jail. And Lindy, violation of probation and violation of community service, there is no bond. So remember that next time you want to read one of my emails, Lindy, or do something felonious, even with a lawyer, a paid lawyer, no bond. So I had to sit in there. And then they were like trying to pressure me to send me to prison then, and I had anyway, and then Jean Paul had to come to court. My grandpa got his ass up to come to court and all that and speak to the judge, and they were just horrible. That Pam Bondi's a horrible bitch. And then I ended up getting the 5 years, but I got it in county jail because they gave me a year for each whatever, and they ran it all together, and I did a year in county jail. Then I get to county fucking jail. And like 3 days later, the guy comes like, hey, you need to go to interview room one there because they have like the ones where you can talk to lawyers or health care officials, people like nurses in there in the little jail. So anyway, so I go in there and it's the people from across the street. Back then they had work release. They're like, oh, you're approved for work release. I was like, come on. I just violated house arrest for not being home. I spent all this money my grandpa did on a lawyer. I got this 5 years. I was like, if you send me to work release, it's not gonna work out. And they didn't listen to me, sent me to work release. Then they made me go get a job at Sonny's Real Pit Barbecue. The guy at the work release center took me and other people there, did it all. And then the first day I was supposed to go to work, grandpa had come by there and gave me money because you had to have money for the bus to leave. The bus stopped in front of the work release center. So I took the bus and I didn't even go to Sonny's. I just went to my friend Sarah's house. And then it was like 3 weeks later, they found me anyway. And then I spent the rest of the time in jail like I was supposed to. It was just a whole stupidness. But anyway, the point of the story is all those charges should have been dropped. I would even have pled to like an aggravated assault or domestic, whatever. And she wouldn't. She wanted that conviction. She wanted it on there. I should have never even been on any of that. It was so stupid. But anyway. So, and then I've always hated her. And then when I got caught up with those, anyway, so I ain't gonna get into all that. And then during Hurricane Katrina, she like took in this dog from a shelter there in Louisiana. And then they finally, after a few weeks or however it was long, the people that had, it was their animal, it was like a big ass dog, whatever. And they're like, hey, we want our dog back. Pam Bondi's like, no, you abandoned it. We're like, we didn't fucking abandon. There was fucking Hurricane Katrina, you stupid bitch. And she went to court and everything. And a judge ended up making her having to give that dog back and give those people money. That's what a nutty bitch she is. And then she got all hooked up with Trump and all that. And then the 2020 election, she was trying to all like still defending him and he'll just do whatever she says. So anyway, that's my Pam Bondi story. And I hope, let's look her up on here on the Spy Fly. I wonder where she lives. I think she was living in the Panhandle back when I think she was Attorney General too of Florida, right? Oh no, we're fixing to find out. Maybe the Secret Service will come visit me and I'll bitch at them. So what's going on around YouTube? Oop, that's porn. We don't want to look at gay pissing. No, I don't want to enter my password. Not now, spy. We're stalking Pam Bondi, that dumb bitch. Okay, log in. I might have never even. What if Pam Bondi would have dropped all that and let it all go, and then I would have like turned my life around? I could still be with Jean Paul right now. I could have graduated college. I would have never been a felon. But I basically am now blaming Pam Bondi for ruining my life when I think about it. Media bias. Oh, 4. Log in. Success login, bitch. MEDIABIS 187 EUCL. ain't letting me in. MEDIASBIS. Oh, maybe it doesn't have that behind it either. I don't know. Let's Google her here. Pam Bondi. Where does she live? Oh, she lives in Tallahassee. I have to look through the property records. And that was 6 months ago. Best wishes, Pam. Hello. I can't see what that says. FJ font. How are you? Was just talking about how Pam Bondi destroyed my life. And then these people on the internet destroyed my life by making me fall in love with this guy and then trying to make me shoot myself. And I survived that. And now someone done struck one of my things on my other channel because they just can't let it go. And I'm blaming it on this lady, Mara. Let's see. This is my channel that was struck. What did they take down? Will it even let me post test? Yeah, it must have just been a warning. It said, whatever community post said, come and get your girl. Because when I opened the email, I don't think I opened my email in here. Anyway, see if Mark's live over here, Mr. T. I'm live at 9. Oh, he's still over on TikTok. Let's go look on TikTok. Oh, I don't want to see nothing sad. And mom was starting to get nasty today, and I just ain't got no time for it. She's just being a bitch, and I was like, Mom, she's been trying to get me to say, good, you deserve to die. So this is she can use it against me. So I've like been very careful with my words. Today I just like, yes, Mom, I want you to live so you can stay alive just as long as possible to torture me, just to be nasty to me. I want to do everything in my power to make sure you live longer so you can bitch at me and make my life a living hell. And then she went to bed. Who is that? She's got antlers on. Trying to decide if Mark's a really good singer or not. Like, I got to close my eyes and listen. Here, let's close our eyes and listen. He's a good, if he put some on, he can carry a tune, I'll say that. But he's a better singer than Wog. I don't want to go in there. I need to make a fake TikTok account. Did he just go back and forth? That was 5 days ago. See who's over there. I got to go to Jake's too. Jake, when I was over at Jake's bitching about Dina, I haven't been back over there since, but he was saying something about Crystal or whatever, and I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care. I'm so over that boy and all that drama. Like, whatever's going on with his little life or whoever his little girlfriend is, good for them. Hopefully they have a little fantasy online marriage on Boyd and they can live along. You know what I mean? It's like I'm over here in the real world dealing with broken water heaters and mothers with cancer. I could care less about little long distance internet little romances. I did my time in that. I'm permanently scarred for life and brain damage. I'm over that. Does Jerry Vollmer still go over here? And my edible's kicking in too. Hey Google, turn the big light on. Thank you. There it is. Hey Google, turn the big light off. Sorry, Calico Kitty, I didn't mean to wake you up.
Because I kept spamming it with the TikTok shit. I did it on purpose. How you doing, Terry, Honey Badger?
Let's talk about this. Where's my phone? Does CM Derp, does he work or do anything? And does Lydia work? Or I thought Lydia's been in college for like all these years or something. I don't know. I never paid attention. Rachella, we know what she does. She's in her 3-day-old panties right there. Okay. Even I changed. What do I have on today? I think I had on red the other day, and I think I have on camo underwear today. I change them daily. Rachella. Yeah, that's the camo Hanes one. Let's see. Marilyn Mike. Looks like pretty. I'll give you a thumbs up, Mark. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's right. Get Jake out of the way. Let's see what he said about that Jake. I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, I gotta go over here. Oh, that's scary. Shit. Oh, there it is. Real talk with Jake. Oh, that's what it is, right? And probably ain't even up. It ain't. Oh, that saves me even more time. So yeah, anyway, basically I don't care. I don't care about any of that. Best of wishes. I know that I never, Jake, you can say Crystal is a real person. Well, I always believed that Stewie, I was made to believe that Stewie was with Bridget and then whatever, and then Corey and whatever. And if he's with Hazel, whatever. I find it hard to believe that Crystal just come out of the blue over in Witty's with a wrench. Jake. I mean, not that I care or want to debate that fact anymore. I think I've said it once before and I'm going to say it again. If he's with Bridget, that's who he deserves to be. He deserves to be with her till he's 90. Same with Corey, Hazel. You know, they can get a little school bus and cart their kids around. I just don't care, Jake. That's so 2022. What else happened? I think that's about it. Was going to start harassing my step grandfather because I've been dwelling on that the last few days, but I haven't decided how I'm going to go about it. I mean, not harass, but I'm going to make sure he knows that he's a piece of shit for doing that to me over there. Listening back what I'm talking to my grandma about. And I know he's nosy, and I said that before, like he used to, hey, Google, stop. Like they would go, Grandma and Jerry would go to Sting Hatchie up there, and he'd leave like those little, back in the day, you know, those little recorders with the little itty bitty tapes in it, and you could set it on auto, whatever, where it would hear a sound, it would start recording. He'd leave that out there in the office to see if we went back there, and he's just a psychopath, like weirdo. And if I wouldn't have taken those edibles, I think I would be really pissed about who I haven't even looked. I'm trying to think. Come Get Your Girl was the name of that post. And I could have sworn I was like, I might have been to Stewie, to Bridget, like, come get your girl, but I think I was talking about Mara. I might have been saying it even to Stewie. No, I think I was saying it about Beth Roche. Anyway, Mara is notorious. She used to go over there. She will spend like 3 hours and just report every single one of your videos. And she can say what she wants to. She did call the fucking, she tried to get the FBI to go to Lori Greene's house over a fucking website and all that shit and getting the police involved. Uh, she's a nut job. She recorded, like, even I remember it was probably like summer of last year, maybe the year before. She was like out there recording her neighbors because they had parked like 2 inches from the curb. I mean, that's how boring her life is. She was obsessed with my doo doo. So Mara, if you went over there and have been reporting community posts and videos, or your butthurt twin over there, Beth Roche, get a life. As beautiful Nicole World used to always say, get a life, you dumb bitch. Haven't talked to my friend and whoop. I'll make sure I didn't hit mute when I just dropped that on my head. I hit mute. No, I hit that thing. What does that do? Haven't talked to my friend. I've been talking to my sister every day about mom. She's the only person I have to vent about. I was like, since grandma ain't here, you're the only person you're nominated. So I'm like trying not to be horrible and burden her with it because she's got enough going on. She's got to go to that neurologist for all those tests because she probably has Alzheimer's for that surgery or memory problem. Uh, I haven't been spending too much. I've been trying not to spend money. That's why I was kind of like happy because mom gets her Social Security check Wednesday and yada yada yada. So I was like, good, we can finally put away a little money. And that fucking water heater, I don't even feel like dealing with that. My edible, I don't have like edibles, but I got that distillate syringe from my vape. And if you squeeze a little bit out of that and then eat it, I don't know how many. It's more than like an edible you get at the dispensary. But I've been trying not to do that during the day, just at night. But it makes my brain like chill out some. Because every day I still think about suicide, trolling, and all that. But I try not to. I just keep it inside. I was thinking about something today. I was in the kitchen cleaning, and I was cleaning some pots, and I was thinking, and I like drifted off completely thinking about it. Because my brain can be kind of normal. Like if I don't come around here and look at people's pages, but if I like spend any amount of days and start looking at people's channels on a regular basis, then I start thinking like, oh, they posted this, so this means that, and they're trying to tell, and it goes to, so it's really unfortunate, but my PTSD doesn't allow me to get too much YouTube in without me starting to go cuckoo. That's like when I was over there. And I don't care what anybody says. It's not like I really give a shit about Abe or anything, but it's just the gall, the nerve to be calling the police on people after everything that happened to me, like the criminality involved. And Dina I don't care. I said this before about Dina, like, look, I don't got no ill will against you. I'm sure you're a great friend to Jake or whatever. Everybody has their space, but don't think I ain't got your number. I mean, I saw what I just know how you are. I'm sorry. I just can sense it and just the nerve of you. The nerve of you, for one, to do all that shit you did to Nicole, that's weird to begin with. The whole, don't get me started on the AI filter thing and the magazine cover, and then trying to get people to vote on it so you could win the magazine cover with the AI photo. Oh my God, it's too much. And then after all that, how and I could tell the way you were talking to that cop guy in there. Oh my God, manipulative, very manipulative of you, Dina. And everybody's like, "Oh, Crystal's real, Crystal's real." Jake, if Stewie come and knocked on my door tomorrow with Hazel holding Hazel's hand and saying, "Ryan, I just want you to know that Hazel is Crystal and we're getting married," I'd say, "Congratulations. I'll send you a gift card. Have a great life." And I'd slam the door and go back to doing whatever I was doing. I don't, it's not like you know what I mean? Come on. If I wanted to do something to him for being disrespectful to my family in real life, I would have did it by now. I wasn't in a good headspace. It's whatever. I don't blame him as much for all that as I do for the fucking adults, for the grown ass 50, 60, pushing 70-year-old people that said, "Hey, this is a really good idea to get this 32-year-old boy, whatever at the time, 30-year-old, whatever, all wound up with some lunatic, off his medication, psychopath felon that doesn't have a good track history with boyfriends. Let's really make him fall in love, and then that's really gonna just make him go away and just make him normal and sane, and everybody's gonna have a great life." Like, how did that even, like, what kind of train of thought even go? I don't even know. I can't even start thinking about it. It just blows my mind, but I don't want to start thinking about that. One day, Jake, it might not be this year, it might not be next year, it might not be the year after that, but one day I'm going to have a lot of money at my disposal, and I'm not going to put anybody in jail. I'm not going to waste money on lawyers, but I'm going to have my day of ha ha ha, Jake. So come on. But I ain't gonna do nothing. I don't want to embarrass him in front of his family. I don't want to embarrass him as a father. I don't want to embarrass him in his community. Unlike him, Jake, I have respect for others, to a certain extent. I wouldn't do that to him. So, but now if I drive by that fugitive's house and say, "Honk, honk, honk, hey everybody, that stupid bitch tried to kill me," and zoom away, I sure am. Anyway, we ain't gonna start talking about that. And I can tell you one thing: if I ever have, if I ever not have another, but if I ever have, if I ever have a boyfriend again or anything, I can tell you what, it ain't gonna be an online relationship. I wasted enough of my life, 7 years, that I would give anything to have back on the internet, and a fake friendship, a fake relationship, all that fakeness of it all. It was a waste. Look how much I've accomplished this August 22nd of 2022. I got sober in December. That's coming up this December. It'll be 3 years. I got the roof on the house. I've done everything around here that I can, and done everything. I've got my life's better. I'm sane. I'm on all these medications, like everything. Could you imagine? That's why I told Mom too. She's like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Mom, can you imagine that if I was still laid up in that nasty old bed on the internet 24 hours a day, your walls in here were still pink, this house was falling down, and you had cancer?" Can you imagine how depressing that would be to have cancer, the way this house was and the way everything was? So you need to be grateful, Mother, and stop treating me like shit. Because I said, "You want me to leave?" I said, "I will go sleep on Angela's couch. You do all this sin by yourself." I don't mind helping her. I am so forgiven. I'm like, "Yes, you were a horrible mother." Now I see it, and I never did, because I took your word for it that you were a good mother. No, she wasn't a horrible mother, but the last 10, 15 years, she's been horrible to me. I lay around here and think of all the shit that she did, and because she used to get, you remember when y'all, when they, what did it say? What does it say? Something was uploaded to my channel. What did I upload? Did I accidentally upload a video? Oh no. Let's go see. I hit something on my screen. It was like, it has been uploaded to your channel. I'm like, what's been uploaded? Let's see. JLRIP cat. Put on my screen. It was like, it has been uploaded to your channel. I hate hearing my voice. Okay. I don't know. Videos, shorts, live. I don't know. No, but I'm like, but do you see how easy mom had beat me down for so many years around here? I don't even want to get into it because it gets me pissed like it does thinking about what y'all did to me. But do you see how easy it was to manipulate and like do all that stuff for a while there until I got sane and very properly medicated and stopped letting mom like literally just brain fuck me all the time, like just being wacko. I mean, I think mom, and don't tell anybody, this is just between me and my dear sweet suicidal friends. But I'm telling you, mom is just, mom used to, I told Angela, because I sent Angela a text the other day. I said, she's not like she used to be. Mom was kind of a bitch sometimes, but she wasn't. I look back and think over the years, and it happened so gradually just around here and just the way she was. And I don't know. My phone's fixing to die. I don't know. I don't want her to die. I want her to live. But like I told her, I said, what's the point of even living if you're just going to be miserable? Oh, wow. And she used to always do. The only thing I've ever felt insecure about is not having a job. That's it. Because I would love to have a job. It would have gave me purpose in my life. I would have had a social life. But my anxiety it's always been literally, even if my mind's right, my anxiety's so bad, and I think it's because mom being a horrible narcissist, but it's my nervous system. It's not even raw. It's something's not wired right. Because I can be not even anxious in my head, but I start getting physical like symptoms where I start getting sweaty and jittery and my heart racing, and I can feel that panic, and I can't talk my head out of it because it's more physical. But then I start getting a little sweaty, and then I start thinking, oh, they're probably gonna think I'm like a drug addict, and I'm over here sweating, and I'll get nervous, look in my brain, and then I start getting panic, and I have to leave my card at the thing and walk out. I haven't had to do that in a long time, but yeah. And I see that's that narcissism, and I see the same thing in Lindy too, and a couple other people around here. Like they'll lie to your face. The mama sit there and say, "Oh, you're lying," or "You're lying about something I say she did." I said, "You're not going to tell me I'm lying," because I get the same thing mad with the other suicide trolls when they're doing that. I said, "You're not going to sit there and tell me I'm lying about something that I know happened, that I literally experienced. You're not going to do that shit to me. It makes me question myself." But and then she would always be like, "Oh, you're so worthless. You don't have a job," because that's the only thing that would really get to me. Because who doesn't want to have purpose in life? Anyway, and she tried to pull that shit on me the other day. And I'm like, okay, you scrub your toilet. You wash your clothes. You go get groceries. You fold your clothes. You mow the yard. You mow the backyard. You check the oil in the car. You put air in the tires. You wash the car. You go, you pay the bills. You get on the roof and blow it up. You do this. You do. I do everything. Everything. I put in my time. I don't work, but I make up for it in every other way imaginable. I cook. I wash the dishes. I wash the floors. I do everything. You can see when I was in here on the internet for all those years defending a fugitive felon, she sure wasn't out there keeping the house up. It was me that just barely kept it up, as even as good as it was. Anyway, so I'm not going to be tortured by her. I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. And I told her too today. I said, why can't you? I said, if I was as mean to my son as you have been to me, and I knew I had cancer, I'd be on that floor repenting, and I'd try to be nice. I was like, why are you going to be mean to me? I was like, I'm sober. I don't do anything bad. I don't steal. I don't do drugs. I don't do anything but lay in this room and don't bother people and keep to myself. That's all I do. Anyway, so I don't know. And even back before, because I still have a grudge about that, when the only reason both of those times, actually all 3 times the police had been here. Now, when the pandemic one happened, I was drinking. But she still wasn't. And then I'm easy. You can ask Alex. You can push my buttons. Like you could do that, like with your eyes closed when I'm drinking. It don't take nothing. And Mom knows that. And she used to get me so wound up. But even these 2 times when she had called him on me recently this year, now I look back and that don't work for me. I see what she's doing and I'm like, yeah, there it goes. But I didn't even understand then because that's my mom, you know what I mean? So I would always think, oh, it's me, it's me, it's me. And I'm like, now I realize it ain't me, it's her. Even from the day I took her for that first mammogram, she started on the way home trying to get me to say something that she could say, oh, see, you did. Anyway, it's too much. I can't do that shit, man. I just want to go on with my life, and I don't mind staying here until she cooks the bucket one day or whatever, but I'm not going to stay here and be tortured. And she has nothing she can't say, like, oh, I won't leave you this house. Well, then she'll leave it to who's she going to leave it to? Angela, and Angela ain't going to, she'll give it back to me. It's just not I told her that before when I was gonna get damn Section 8 and all that to go get an apartment. I was like, I would rather live in the ghetto than sit here and be tortured. It's not worth it. I'd rather live in the ghetto and wake up every day and have peace, just peace of mind and peace in my life with my cats than, you know what I'm saying? Mm. And everybody can hate me, but you know what? I'm fucking proud of myself. That whole time I was going to grandma's, I had psycho people on the internet terrorizing me. Then I would come home to Mom terrorizing me because she didn't want me over there doing everything at grandma's because she wanted me home taking care of her, waiting on her hand and foot. And so I dealt with y'all terrorizing me. Mom terrorized me, putting up with Jerry's ignorant ass over there, all that shit at once. And I stayed sober. I didn't end up in prison. I got my house fixed. I've done everything to this point right here. So I'm fucking proud of myself. And I'm still on this fucking channel. You know what I mean? I'm fucking proud of myself. I did all that. No one lives Beth Roche don't live my fucking life. Fucking Fugitive Lynn don't live my life. Little Alex don't live. No one, Boston Girl Bridget don't live my life. No one knows me but me. You don't know me because of what I told some boy I was infatuated with when I was in psychosis, psychotic, whatever state that was even considered. You don't know me about my emails. You don't know me about it's like, who the fuck are these people even think they are? Ugh. Sorry, Calico Kitty. My mouth's dry from this edibles. Did Ginny Gin Gin ever come on? Oh. I looked on here, it's from fucking 2006 or something, so it lasted 20 years. But I just got it. It only goes into there and there, so all I have to do is unhook that. I just have to have them drop it off, open the garage, and drop it off there. I gotta peel all that damn old ass fake tile up. And I'm gonna take that tree out of there. I think I'm gonna move I was gonna get new furniture, but now I can't because Mom's dying. But they have leather paint on there. I was gonna paint those couches. Maybe move the living room over here and then the dining room over there so it goes to there. But I don't know. I don't even really care. I was gonna go look at Steve's, but I don't even want to go look at Steve's. I doubt he like said anything. If he did, he did. If he didn't, he didn't. I don't feel like getting pissed. Not in the mood. Let's see who do you want to look at. There's this one. I swore it was Kitten Cat, but maybe it's not Kitten Cat. There's this lady called Mandy Hops. Mandy Hops. It's on my other channel. I think is her name Mandy Hops. But then there's this account. Is it Mandy Hops? Oh, is it? No, it's on my JL account. I'm not signed in, am I? Oh man, how can I follow that girl forever? What is it? And the name of that? Mandy Hops. Oh, what is that here? Man. What was the name of that other troll account that was reposting her? A fascinating cat named something. Let me see if I can sign into my other account. Add account. Continue. Because I watched that lady forever, like from like a long time. Like since I first come to Boyd, I saw that Mandy Hops, and then she was like dating this guy that lived in a tunnel in Las Vegas. And like every time I saw her, every week she had some different homeless guy she was dating or something. Denise. If I wasn't so high, I would drive to Denise Locker's house right now and drive by Denise Locker 66. Oh, I changed my password again. Forgot password. Send a text to my phone. Okay, will the text come? Okay, 376216. Oh my God, send an email, send a code to there. Okay, is the code gonna come through? It is, what is it? 4000976. Welcome back, Denise Locker. Continue. Yoo-hoo. Okay. What's over here? What's down over here? Go back over here. Where was it? I don't care about Beyonce. Maybe it was in my feed. Let me find that channel. New activity. Okay, A to Z. It was. Oh, open the image. Is it F? Fascinating. Or is it a cat named Jinx? Jinx, there it is. Okay. Jinx the fascinating cat. Let's go back.
I don't even know where my accent stands anymore. Like, I don't know where it's from, where it's going. Nobody cares. I don't care. I don't care. Now, St. Louis isn't very homeless friendly, to be exact.
Where's her actual channel at?
I used to be actually a lot more wild, if you guys don't believe that. I've actually calmed down so much. It's just all catching up with me now. Like, I'm basically up shit creek without a paddle and a bad leg. But I really don't know if it has something to do with it. It's my attitude. So I'm fucking. I have become a.
I know that's her fucking name. Why can't I find it? Why don't it say on here?
Okay. And I'm leaving one liquor store. I'm rifling through the old man's, but the only people I know are either from the liquor store or from the gym. And all those.
Anyway, okay, that's boring me. I can't think that much.
Is it terrifying?
No.
Let's go through my messages. I'm sure TikTok will know that. Let's see what my messages are. I am blessing families with bills today from PBG. Do you think you can use some cash? I'm for real. Delete. Hello. Who is this? I don't want to talk to you, Mr. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Adios. Add my WhatsApp. No, thank you. Oh my God, that scared me. Didn't know he was up there immediately.
I don't think so. It's
If anybody wants to Spanish boyfriend that's well hung, you can insta him on WhatsApp. No, it's Telegram. That's what it is. I downloaded because he was like, "Oh, everybody connect with me on WhatsApp on his thing." Like, it said it on here somewhere, and well, he was connected on Telegram so he could sell you dick pics. It wasn't to talk about what was going on. Hello, Mr. Beast. Yes, I could use $1 million. I don't have a Cash App. You have to give it to put it in my ex-boyfriend's Cash App, and I'm sure he'll forward it right over to my bank account for me. And I was watching, there's this guy that got in my For You page, and he had gave this like Latin guy all this money on there. And the guy barely even knew English because the guy had posted some of those messages, made TikTok videos of it. And he was like, "Hello, husband." Like the English was so broken. And this guy, I did feel bad for him. And he was just heartbroken when that guy just went and opened OnlyFans to make money and didn't need his anymore. And gave him an online divorce. But anyway, I was like, "Oh, I've been there, buddy." Kind of, sort of. Oh, that's what I was going to do. See if Mark was still alive.
Know that much, but then you'll know.
okay. Hold on.
It's right next to my subscribe button where I only have a couple subscribers.
Are any of these people from YouTube, or is it just TikTok people?
Really?
Yeah, it shows me your subscribers.
That name Monique.
What's going on, dude? Oh, we got somebody in the back. Let's see what we got.
Who's been in the back?
We got Jerry Brooks. Oh my
I thought he was gonna
God.
say Jerry Vollmer.
Let him up. He's coming up. He's not making. I gotta. This is
There used to be this girl I knew. That ain't the same one, but it reminded me of a picture I saw from like Lindy. Will know who this person is. Do you remember that Monique person? She was like a heavy girl. Wasn't she over there like in the Periscope Twitter community? I forget how she was intertwined with that, but I saw a screenshot of her from back in the day. I forgot all about her. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
they raise miniature cows and they got a 4-H farm. It's awesome, dude. It's like a 6-acre farm, but they got a cool channel. They're good people. They really are.
Which one?
The 2-acre ranch, the one with the blue-looking icon.
Okay.
I probably am subbed to some suicide trolls on this channel, but I don't ever go look at my feed. Oh, I wish I knew the password to that account. I had 73 subscribers. 2020, after right at pandemic. Kit Kat, wasn't that Unitonica's best friend? Let's see. There's Lori Beth. That's Lindy's favorite friend. We should go leave Lori Beth a comment. This is like in the Lindy verse of like the people that Lindy hated the most. It would be back then anyway. It was Kat, and then it was probably the suicide trolls. You know, the main group, the trailer suicide troll people, and then it was Lori Beth.
It's a what's in my bag. I have had this bag, this Coach bag, forever.
And she was on disability, and I think her mother paid her rent. I don't remember. There's the whole thing behind it. She's got. And then Lindy called her Lardy. They call her Lardy. She is ugly. And she used to, I don't know if she still does, but she was like on disability in an apartment and getting lip injections and all that stuff while she's on disability. It was a whole thing. Where's she living? And then I think she sold Cincy, but then somebody reported her to Cincy or something. I don't know.
Wanted to do this for so long, so I'm going to. It's a what's
Damn, she
in
didn't
my
make a
bag.
video for 4 months.
I have had this bag, this Coach bag, forever. Really wanted just a really beautiful, nice smelling, bougie, pull out of your bag blush. This is in the color Malice.
There's Cindy Rocks. Hey, Cindy Rocks. I would subscribe you, but I'm scared the suicide trolls will get to you and suicide troll me. But I'll give you a thumbs up.
How are you all doing?
You're looking very
Today
good.
On Monday, and what really feels weird about this is I had to work today, but I'm off the next 6 days.
Hats off to anybody that works on Boyd. Let's see. There's a Lindy channel with 96, 2012. There's Lindy Live 2.0. And Lindy, were you trolling me by calling JP just pathetic? Were you calling me just pathetic? You know who's pathetic, Lindy? Someone that would watch someone on their cams or read their messenger or read their emails or look at their mother's pictures or whatever weirdo router, virus, hackers, whatever. That's what is pathetic, if you ask me, but that's just my opinion. Fugitive Land. Mark Trash Fire Terry, 4 years ago. A tribute to YouTube's favorite liar. I won't say Holly's a liar, but if you were to say, here's $50, she might bend the truth for you. Why isn't it playing? I think it's because the VPN's on. I don't even know why I use a VPN. It's kind of pointless. Is it going to stay off? No. Let's see what Holly was lying about. Oh, the Suicide Troll. Look at this song. You know a Suicide Troll made it. These Suicide Trolls, I tell you. Let's see. Oh, she is fighting with Angelo. Angelo, this isn't your troll account, trolling Holly, was it? RV charity drive. What reports, Angelo? Oh my God, when was this? Angelo was fighting with a woman 4 years ago. 4 years ago, Angelo, stop fighting with women. If I got to stop fighting with women, you got to stop fighting with women. What reports, Angelo, would you like? Where have I filed police reports from my swatting and harassment? Yada, yada, yada. I will be filing a RSO order in the New York State Troopers. It's probably Angelo. I don't know. Don't care. Holly Undead lies, denial, avoidance. And if you look at one of these random troll account videos like this, if they got a bunch of videos, you can almost kind of figure out who it is just by deduction, or at least mostly like what group of people it is, because it's somebody evidently didn't like Holly. And if you read into some of the stuff they say, and then like some of the stuff Angelo said, just using him, you know what I mean? It ain't that hard to figure out. The undead pedo. Let's see.
Why would anyone give themselves those initials? She's a twit, among other things. Yeah,
We know Angelo likes to call people a pedo.
to him. Yes, Puffin, I saw it. They're actually sending it to his personal email, and I know people are imploring me to make sure that he calls the police.
Okay, I don't care. Oh, look. Real Stream News is a pedo. Holly's a pedo. Everybody's a pedo. Okay, that's boring me. Let's see what else we got over here. Master Troll. Who's a Master Troll? A Master Troll with 1 subscriber. Who is that? Oh, I thought that was Art for a minute. Art, I thought that was you. Meth Head Mary, I think that was my account. Yeah, because that was Shay. That's a picture I had of Shay. Mine was Meth Head Mary. Not for the Mary on here, but it was just Meth Head Mary as a person. 2018. Oh, I remember Cooper's brother, or was that his cousin or something? That's funny. Mrs. Stickers of... "1 year ago, I married the man I was always destined to be with." That's one of the saddest statements I've ever heard, Becca. If that was the man you were destined to... Wow. Bless your heart. I wonder if they're still together. JT would know. Hopefully he doesn't abuse you like he did his ex-wife or that gay man from Facebook, Rebecca. Ooh. It's destiny, I tell you, destiny. It's destiny. Okay. That news tubers, wasn't that redheaded lady from Australia that used to be friends with Mallory and then wasn't? I don't know. I think is that Nicole G. I don't know. I don't look like her, but I thought that used to be a channel name.
So, I'm doing, this is the start of something that I think that needs to get out to the people.
Okay.
For everybody that doesn't know you, and for the people that do, will you please introduce yourself and start from there?
I'm Tina Dandridge, the angry neighbor.
Okay.
But here, I don't know why this is here on the Elvis Nomadic Monger channel, which I thought this was Kid and Cat too, but it might be Jack Sparrow, it might have been somebody else, I don't know. But let's hear, I guess they're gonna tell me finally Tina's life story here. She's gonna tell me herself.
And maybe can you elaborate on that a little bit, man?
I became the angry neighbor because that's who I am normally. I always watched out for the kids in the neighborhood. I always was loud and ornery. That's just who I am. And it just so happens another loud, angry son of a bitch moved in the neighborhood who was doing YouTube videos. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. Me and him got into it when he moved in the neighborhood. I yelled and screamed at him. He yelled and screamed at me. Next thing you know, I get a knock on the door from his son, kid behind the camera. And he asked me to do a video.
And then you lost your foot?
And I did the video. I didn't know nothing about anything that went along with videos. I was myself.
Did she have a foot before she come here, or did she lose her foot along the way while she was here? Like post coming here?
Okay, and if I could ask you a question, how's life?
Bad.
Can you elaborate on some of that?
Sure.
If you're comfortable with that.
Since I've been on YouTube, I've lost many cars. I've lost income. I've lost livelihood. I've lost a leg.
Oh, girlfriend, I lost my mind. So if you can top that, then good for you.
Now we're losing our home.
That must be hard for you. I mean, why not give up?
Why give up now? I done lost everything. What the hell am I going to give it up for now? I have to show other people.
That's what I'm saying. When I lost my mind from YouTube, and what's the point of going away? You know what I mean? I ain't gonna find my mind off over somewhere there. So.
You have a right for freedom of speech. You have a right to entertain audiences around the world. You have a right to be who you are. Nobody has a right to take that from you.
So, are you just?
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Or is it you have counterparts that?
I do a one-man show most of the time, and sometimes I panel up with other people. And it seems like everybody always has a problem with me.
Would you say that those other people are your friends?
You think they are, but I've been fooled many times with friends on here who sold my phone number, who sold my address, who sold direct messages to profit. More people have profited off the angry Tina than Tina.
That all YouTube is about making money, views, destroying people's lives you don't like.
I know people have a lot of haters. So
Next thing you know, you're losing a leg.
Most notable haters.
Well, I would have to say the biggest one that everybody has is be our guest, Isaac.
And why do you think that he hates you?
Because I am what he wished he could be.
Can you elaborate on that, maybe?
Yeah. I don't believe in doxing. I don't believe that you have to tell people lies to be famous on here. And he's not famous.
What? I know that I mean, I've heard of him.
Did Isaac chop your foot off with the axe? That's what I want to know.
Begin to have so much hatred for individuals. Why? I mean, how did this all start?
Because he took the job cleanup guy seriously. He met kid behind the camera, which is Michael Green, who started all this for his father on Break.com. Brought his family to a whole new level from being dysfunction and not having nothing. And he was a cleanup guy, you know, sort of like, don't talk about it, my friend, don't do this, don't do that. And he wants his life, so he goes and tells them stories about people. You know, people aren't grateful enough. He says I wasn't grateful enough for what opportunities were supposed to be mine. But I don't see what I won. I don't see what I won.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
Yeah.
Please.
I think everybody on this platform should have the chance to do things that makes them happy. I was a domestic violence survivor, so I started with that, telling other women they don't have to do it. I'm an advocate about kids standing up for themselves and not being bullied by others. And this is probably the worst part of life, because I don't know this. I don't know about these keyboard warriors.
Is there anything that you want to say to the people that want to give up out here? Is
Don't
there
do
anything that you want to say to the people that are being
Nobody has the
currently
right
harassed?
to tell you where to go, when to do it, and what to say.
So
And
what
if
is
you're being
your message?
harassed, all I can tell you to do is get a folder and just take it all, put it all in a folder.
Is there
But
some,
keep being you. Don't ever give up.
is there some notable people that you would like to shout out here?
Mark Terry, he is another one. They call him the trash can. Everybody hates him. Everybody hates this man. Then there's my homie Red Pill. Everybody hates him.
Can you elaborate on Mark Terry a little bit for me?
Yes.
For the people that don't know him?
Yes. Mark Terry came to YouTube a couple years ago, and he just wanted to make money, and he wanted to have fun, and he does it to the best of his ability. And because he makes more than others, people hate on him.
Is it common any of you guys as a guest?
Sure, absolutely. Because I bring views and I bring numbers. I always have, didn't know it. When I go anywhere, Isaac wants me to be ran off there because he doesn't want that channel to.
So, do you think that Mark Terry... How do you see Mark Terry, other than the rest of the YouTube world? How do you see Mark Terry?
I think he likes entertaining people. He's a people person. I think he enjoys it.
Do you think that he is a scum piece of shit? Or do you think
I think at times we all can be.
Do you think that he's a stand-up guy, though? I mean, as a human being.
As a human being, he's a stand-up guy, but he definitely gets into character when he's on YouTube. He definitely does. And that's where I don't. I am the same person on and off YouTube. I believe in looking out for others, and I believe in giving people second chances.
Do you believe in suicide trolling people? I need to know that. No, I'm just kidding. Well, we didn't learn why she's missing her leg. So.
You're Tina D. Why do you follow up all this hate? And why do you give them a response? I mean...
You give the people what they want on YouTube.
Yeah.
Every action has...
To the people?
Don't...
Oh well. I'll still never know why she lost her leg. I'm going to stick with my story. Noodles 1980 from 4 years ago. Ugh, I don't want to see him. Not Jay Leno. I remember when I went after not Jay Leno because he said something about Stewie. Isn't that funny? Not German lady. Ash is gonna when I move to Arkansas, I will stop by. You can give me a tour of Arkansas. No, that is Pistol Vixen.
Something about how I'm deleting videos off my channel. I haven't deleted a single video. I don't know what you're...
that was my troll account there. I won't click on the image. Real stream. Look, if you look over here, it's even from a month ago, like it's just the same. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You suicide troll me too about pee or something. Don't worry, I ain't forgot. Those two used to fight or something, right? Let's see. He's a cutie. Let's see. I don't know this. That person is friends with Bridget, this black guy. And I remember over there, like when I went to, like before, I think even that I was like JL, like I think it was like in 2021, he already had me blocked. I think he used to hang over there somewhere around that Twitter community people. I don't know. There's somehow we crossed paths and because he'd already had me blocked. I thought it was funny. Shan Man seats different. Sean, oh, bless your heart, Sean. Oh, Shauna Mills, well, bless your heart too, Sean. Sherry Hellcat, I remember her. Oh my God, that was a long time ago. Or any of those. I remember when she burnt Rory's makeup on the live stream. That would have to be. I don't know if it's still up. She had like a bonfire and she burnt Xanadu Cosmetics in a bonfire. What year would that have been? What year is this? 16. Close. Anyway, I ain't got time for that. But I remember that. Oh. Look at that. I remember that person from 4 years ago. Dear God, I need to unsubscribe from all the that's 5 years ago. Let's see what Mr. Alex was talking about 5 years ago. Yaba and Miss Fucking Wonderful. Anderson pilled out.
Mother of the Year.
That Tony Mullins was the guy that used to hang out with Paris Bailey, and then Paris like hijacked the boy name and come over. I don't remember the whole story. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Oh, this guy here. I remember because this guy. Okay. Anyway, I thought that guy was dating Bridget, and it was a whole thing. It was funny. That Tracy, I think, used to be Lindy's friend. Yada yada yada. God, it's already been 7 years since that fish died. I remember when that fish died. Vegas Vixen still over there playing with Barbie dolls. Felicia. Are some of your old lives still up, Felicia? What year?
Oh, dear.
2017.
I always forget everything. Like,
Oh my God, there's what's her face. Oops. Is that Chandra?
Amanda said. Some crazy.
I already heard all today's lies. I heard the other day's lies. Like, there's nothing else. And I can't, like, I can't squash it with her. She refuses to hear the truth and act like a fucking adult. Yeah, Barbie, she wants you to speak.
We're talking shit today.
Yep.
Says, yeah.
We're all good. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, come on up here.
Yeah.
Shit, come on.
Yes. She's like Pinky and the Brain, all rolled into one. I love it.
Every night.
Oh, there ain't no chat.
Yep. She's like her intellectual side with her like messy.
Right. My bad.
I hear some bumping music. We about to bump and grind, y'all. Any more tea? Love y'all. Have a good night. Yeah, we're hearing shit. Did Barbie? I described for 2 weeks of all kinds of fucked up shit being said about me.
But you know that would happen regardless. Like, there's no reason for it.
I might as well have some fun and say what I want to say if I'm gonna get talked about.
For real. Like, for real. That's like, it's gonna happen anyway. Fuck it.
Yep. I do have friends who are friends with people who I don't fuck with and I have issues with. So I do try really hard when I can hold it together to not put you guys in a bad position or, you know what I mean, like running into the ground. But sometimes a bitch just gotta snap and then I bring it back.
Yeah.
Style to like scope all fucking day and scope for 2 weeks about some bitch. I say what I gotta say, I lose my shit, and then I'm over it. I keep it moving.
Yeah.
Bitch, you think you got thick skin? You have no fucking clue.
That's what normal people do, right?
Yeah. OC Mess, you are not breaking me, bitch. You're not. You can keep saying it.
She's a mess. Like, I don't know.
Trust in this. I've heard her say that shit. And then other times she acts like you're awesome. So I'm not sure.
Damn it, I don't want to listen to music.
Going through cancer treatment, but is still on the shit. I love Lav. AJ said,
Okay, I'm zoning out. Okay. Vinji. What's it? Months ago.
Thank you.
Isn't that the diaper boy? I could have swear that was diaper boy.
Chopped up in her bed, dog. Let me shut this door back.
Yeah, I think that's who that diaper boy was. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like there's a boy in a not a boy, a man, a grown man in a diaper or something. Okay. I don't remember what I was doing over there. I'm fixing to go. I'm tired. Oh, wait, there's my other boyfriend.
That was why.
Oye, Siri, ¿cómo son los vatos que toman?
I want to buy one of those and put by the front door so I can make the security cams go on there so I can see through it.
Hello everyone, it's Donna Briggs, and today is Success Saturday. Hope you have a
That woman's black. She's dyed her skin, has contacts in, and a wig.
In this economy, come on.
You guys, these are back in stock. They have been selling.
Esta canción no se le dedica.
If my BBL smells like trash,
No sé qué hace agua comer este.
That one time that you meet a good ass woman.
That's what I was gonna say. That looks like Mark. He's still over there live.
Miren, mi gente, los hombres solteros lo que tienen que hacer en Estados Unidos. Miren, en Home Depot, barato, Home Depot.
Only bad thing about following all these Latin guys is half of them don't speak English. Okay.
as long as one's a little higher than the other one, you'll get two types at one time.
Tabitha sounded like she had a drink.
Too long.
Here we go. Let's go. Time it up. Woo!
Okay, I gotta go. I can't be doing all that. Anyway, Jake, so I went back a week later to listen to that, or 8 days later, or however long it's been, and it's not there. So, yeah. If Crystal is Crystal, then so be it. If it's whoever, I just don't care, Jake. Best of luck to him. That's my advice. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and I'm gonna go. So probably ain't gonna be back for another week. I wasn't gonna come back until I know what stage Mom's cancer is, but that's taking too long. And it's not like whatever that community post was that got struck on my true crime channel. It wasn't like that was like months and months ago that I posted that, and I can't go back and click on it to see what it said because it's deleted. But someone has to literally had done that. You know what I mean? Like going through that shit report. And it's like, I'm telling you, if I wake up one day and I have a strike on my channel or my channel's down, I will devote every amount of money that I have, I will devote every waking minute to making sure everybody's channel goes down one way or the other, even if it's only for a few months or whatever. Don't do that shit. I don't fuck with nobody like that. If that was you, Mara, then you need to stop. I'm telling you. But those people like that, that's the only way they know how to play is dirty. You know what I mean? Like, let's see, they went real life on me. They tried to kill me. I think it's reporting, hitting the report button ain't too far of a stretch. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. And that Cymbalta has helped me immensely. Immensely, that Cymbalta has helped. I'd never taken Cymbalta before. But with everything else, it just brings everything together. If that makes sense. Because I noticed after like the third week on Cymbalta, like all those like OCD things, like repetitive stuff, like watching the same thing over and over, like the short, all that stuff, like it like eased up. Like even the biting on my fingernails and all that's eased up a lot. Not totally because it's such a habit like smoking, but. Now if I could get some fucking Adderall. Oda, sell me your Adderall. Anyway, so the moral of the story is Bondi is a horrible, horrible person. They probably destroyed my life before the suicide trolls did, because she would have just let that shit go. And since I didn't have a criminal record before that, Bondi, and since the victim had wrote a letter to the fucking saying, look, I don't want to, and you try to literally force him to when it was a domestic dispute, and you try to bring it into like it's, oh God, you're a horrible bitch. I hope Trump fires you. I hope he fires you. I don't think she'll never make it the whole till 2028. No way. No way. Anyway, I'm going to go. Everybody have a great night and a great week. Please pray for my dear mother. Please pray she lives to 100 years so she can torture me till my dying day and try to drive me crazy. Please pray for whoever reported my community post. They must have a very sad, lonely, pathetic life to where they spend their days and nights looking for something they can report to the YouTube overlords. Who else? Let's pray for myself. Let's pray that I can hook that water heater up once I buy it. It probably won't. I'm not going to have hot water till like Tuesday. I'll order it tomorrow, maybe get it. Anyway, let's pray for that. Goes easily. What else? Let's pray my sister doesn't have Alzheimer's. Let's pray for Kat Klein. Dear Kat, I am sorry that I trolled you for all those years with a fugitive felon, and I will say it till my dying day. And as God is my witness, be it if God is like part of the quantum universe, whatever, my last words on this earth will be, Kat Klein, I'm sorry, and I hope you forgive me. Those are going to be my last words, Kat. I am so sorry. You were right. You were right, Kat. You were right. Tina D, I didn't mean to come across that that video, and I didn't learn why your leg was chopped off, but I will pray for you and your leg. And that's it. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Steve Billings, I didn't get around to looking at your channel. And don't call me, I'll call you. Anyway, everybody have a great night. If you see my ex-friend Alex, tell him, what do I would say to Alex if he was right here? I don't care who Crystal is, and whoever you're with, God bless their soul. God bless their soul. Everybody have a great night. Bye now.